Welcome to the game of Exercise Physiology, Unit 2. I'm Kally, and this is my co-host, Allie. We will be asking the participants, Tess and Brooklynn, questions, and if they get it right, they can move their game piece to the desired roll of the dice. If they get it wrong, they have to stay in place. Whoever gets to the finish wins.
Player 1, Tess. The question is, what is the cardiovascular system?
Oh, this is the system that helps deliver oxygen and energy substrates, removes carbon dioxide and other metabolic waste products, transports hormones and other molecules, supports thermoregulation and controlled body fluid, homeostasis, maintains acid-base balance, and regulates immune function.
Woo! Yay! You may roll the dice. Damn, that's a big number. Yay!
Question 2 goes to Brooklynn. How does blood flow through the heart?
From the IVC and SVC of the lungs to the aorta, right?
Not quite, Brooklynn. Blood comes from the IVC and the SVC passes through the right atrium, the tricuspid valve, and the right ventricle. Then through the pulmonary valve, then artery to the lungs, which is known as pulmonary circulation. Blood then flows through the pulmonary veins into the left atrium, then through the mitral valve into the left ventricle. The aortic valve then finally comes to the aorta, which is known as the systematic circulation. No dice roll!
Question 3 for Tess. Explain the heart's electrical conduction system.
The heart generates its own signal. It starts in the SA node and then goes to the AV node and then the AV bundle and then to the Purkinje fibers.
That is correct. The SA node is known as the heart's pacemaker as it establishes sinus rhythm. The AV node actually delays the signal before sending it to the AV bundle so that blood can fully empty into the ventricles, which is crucial in our ability to pump enough blood out. Purkinje fibers are the last stop. They help maintain the rhythmic contraction throughout the heart.
Roll the dice. Question 4 for Brooklynn. What are the key components of an ECG?
I know this one. It's the P waves, QRS complex, and the T waves.
Beautiful, yes. The P wave represents atrial depolarization, and the QRS complex represents ventricle depolarization, and the T wave represents ventricular repolarization. Fibrillation happens when there's contraction in an uncoordinated manner, which could be visible on an ECG. Let's roll the dice. 9.
Question 5 for Tess. How does the heart rate relate to exercise?
The parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous systems are the only important parts of heart control.
Yikes, girl.
Well, that is correct, Tess. You are missing some key components of the heart during exercise. We should also talk about the reason why we need those two nervous systems. Blood pressure and stroke volume are an important supply to the muscles with the oxygen that they need. When you are exercising, the blood pressure goes up, the stroke volume increases with the systolic pressure, and the diastolic pressure stays the same. No dice roll.
Question 6 for Brooklynn. Explain the components of blood.
Blood is made up of plasma and formed elements.
That is correct. Plasma makes up 55 to 60% of blood and is made up of water, proteins, nutrients, and platelets. Formed elements make up about 40 to 45% of blood and are made out of red blood cells and white blood cells. Let's roll the dice. Ow!
Question 7. What are the primary functions of the respiratory system, Tess?
The respiratory system brings in oxygen, removes carbon dioxide, and helps maintain pH balance in the body.
Yes, oxygen intake and carbon dioxide removal are crucial for supporting cellular functions, especially during physical activity when demands increase. Roll the dice.
Question 8 for Brooklyn. How does the process of breathing work?
During inhalation, the diaphragm contracts and moves down, allowing the lungs to expand and fill with air. During exhalation, the diaphragm relaxes and pushes all that air out.
That is correct. This process of inhalation and exhalation ensures a constant supply of oxygen while removing waste gases. Let's roll the dice. 4.
Question 9 for Tess. How does gas exchange occur in the lungs?
Oxygen moves from the alveoli into the blood, and carbon dioxide moves from the blood into the alveoli to be exhaled.
Yes, the alveoli are key structures where oxygen and CO2 exchange occur, providing the blood with fresh oxygen and expelling metabolic waste. Roll the dice. 4.
Question 10 for Brooklyn. What is the cardiorespiratory response to acute exercise?
This response is an increase in breathing even before the muscular contractions, and then during exercise, the respiratory response has more gradual increase in breathing as the arterial blood becomes more acidic due to having more CO2 and hydrogen.
That's correct. You can roll the dice. Whoop whoop, 12. Oh my gosh, look, Brooklyn's won. But wait, there's a twist. We have a redemption question for Tess.
A redemption question?
Redemption question for Tess. What is the role of the nervous system in the cardiorespiratory responses to exercise?
The sympathetic nervous system increases heart rate and blood flow, while the parasympathetic system helps slow it down post-exercise, right?
Correct! The nervous system helps regulate the heart rate and blood flow to adjust the body's changing needs during and after exercise. When we're exercising, we need more oxygen to the working muscles to enable a contraction. An increase in blood flow means more O2 being diffused to our muscles. Roll the dice. 11. Oh, she still isn't winning.
Thanks, Brooklyn and Tess, for playing the game, and congratulations to Brooklyn for being the winner. Kally and I wanted to explain how all three systems work together, including the cardiovascular system, respiratory system, and cardiorespiratory system.
The heart serves as the pump to get blood flowing throughout the body by using electrical impulses. Blood carries the oxygen and other important nutrients which we need for muscle contractions during exercise and everyday bodily function. Blood is carried through the body in arteries and veins, reaching muscles, skin, and organs such as the lungs. Our lungs are responsible for the intake of oxygen and getting rid of carbon dioxide. Our nervous system contributes to the control of these systems by upregulating or downregulating the heart rate, vasoconstriction, and vasodilation, and respiratory rate.